How's it going, everyone? It is me, Stateside, here with a new video. We're going to be taking a look at Southampton's squad and what they should do in the championship to get back up to the Premier League. Obviously, we're going to see players go. I'm going to predict the players that I think are going to leave that deserve a better club or just have earned a move or have earned the right to stay in the Premier League. Obviously, there's a few options there, but you can see we've got 5 tiers there. We're going to keep players. We're going to sell them, period. No matter what it takes, we need to sell these players. We're going to sell some players to higher levels, and then we're going to just loan some players, and then we're going to have some players leave on contract exits, of course. But I'm going to do this with the other 2 teams that get relegated as well. Obviously, at the moment, I haven't done the Leeds Samuel Allardyce thing because I don't know what's going to happen to Leeds. I don't know if they're going to stick with the same manager. They may go down, and I'm just going to do kind of a general one like I'm doing right now, of course. But let me know what you guys want to see in the description down below as well. I want to try to get a second video up a week. I'm doing kind of 1 video a week right now, and I'd like to get to the point where I'm doing 2 videos a week. But let me know what you guys want to see in the comments down below. All right, and starting off with the goalkeeper situation, Bazunu has quite a few years left, and McCarthy I'd keep as well, and Caballero leaves during the summer. Anyways, his contract expires. So I'm going to pick that. Bella Kotchap, see, here's the thing. I know he's earned probably the right to play in the Premier League. However, he hasn't, how do I say it? He's not old. He's not very old. He's got a 4-year contract, 4 years remaining on his contract after this season. His contract doesn't expire until 3 more years. His contract doesn't expire until 2026. Yes, he probably has a relegation release clause, but I'm going to say that they should keep him. I think he'd be a player that can shore up that defense for sure, and a player that they should look to keep without a doubt. Sorry about that. Moving along to the next decision is going to be Mohamed Salisu. I think that he's going to get sold to another club at a higher level. I think Salisu's been a consistent defender over the years in the Premier League, and I think some team, maybe like a Crystal Palace, won't pick him up because they don't need him. But a Crystal Palace level team, maybe like a Fulham, maybe a team of that sort. I mean, he's 24 years old. He's consistently performing in the Premier League. Well, I don't want to say consistently, but he's playing in a bottom half team. I mean, a lower 4th team, and obviously has just been relegated dead last in the league. So I'm going to say sell him though to a higher level team, get a good fee for him, a fee that you can invest into those young players once again going forward. Next player, Duj Kalidakar, another that I'm going to say sell. I'm going to say sell him, period. I just don't think he's really the type of player that Southampton maybe need to go after this summer. I mean, they signed, 3 center backs over this past season. Granted, they didn't have very many. I think they sold one during the summer and one during January as well, if I'm not mistaken. Moving along to Bednarek, we're going to go ahead and keep him. And then lastly, Lienko, who's 26 years old, contract until 2025. I'm going to keep him as well. Moving along to Romain Parad. I think you just sell him. I think it's time to move on from him. I think there's a lot better options in this team. One of those being Juan Larios, who I think is going to be very good for them. 19 years old, came from Man City, Spanish left back. I think he's going to be very high quality, but I think he's a player that they need to move on or to hold on to the best they can right now. Moving along, Walker Peters, you need to stay in the Premier League without a doubt. I think he fully has earned his spot there. I think he's going to stay there stay in the Premier League for many, many years. Livramento, though, I think they should keep. I think they should hold on to him. He's 20 years old, 2026 contract expiration. I think he should stick around, at least see the contract through, try to get Southampton back up. He was very good, not this season, but the season before. I think he dealt with injuries this year, and he's kind of struggled to get the spot from Kyle Walker-Peters. But worst case, him and James Bree will hold down right back, left back spots for them, or Livramento, Larios over the next few years. Obviously, Bree had just joined in the winter from Luton Town. I think he's going to be fine in the championship for them. I think he's going to get the job done, be a good squad player. Moving along to Romeo Lavia, another one that I would love to say, hey, he has a long contract, and you should keep him because he's a high-quality player that'll get you back up. Lavia's not sticking around. I hate to break it to you, Southampton fans. He's not sticking around. However, another young-ish player that's going to stick around, I think, is Ibrahima Diallo. Sorry about that. Moving along, I think he's going to be your DM option next year. I don't think there's going to be really much else competition for him at the DM position. Ward-Prowse, I mean, he's going to stay in the Premier League. I don't know where. He could literally be bought by a team that barely survives relegation, or he could be bought by Tottenham. He literally could be bought by either one. He could end up at Everton next year if they survive, or he could end up at Tottenham. That's kind of where he is in the ballpark. He could end up anywhere. I don't know where, but he's going to be in the Premier League. I don't think he's a player that really is going to be a world beater for a team, whether it's bottom half or top half. But I think he's going to be consistent. I think he's going to bring some leadership to a team. I think he's going to shore up a midfield that maybe just needs that third man to be a quality passer. And that's where I think he'll end up. Carlos Alcaraz, 20-year-old, brought in during the winter from Racing Club. If they brought him in during the winter, you know they plan to keep him. And I think he's going to do a job for them getting them back up. Stuart Armstrong, I could see a return to Celtic. That's really about it for me. I don't really know where else I see him going. I don't see him staying in the Premier League. I don't see him making a move to any other country. I don't see him making a move to another championship team. I think they just sell him back to Celtic, and Celtic get him back, for a relatively cheap fee, and he plays out the rest of his career there. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, just let him leave. He's not going to want to join you. And he's gonna be leaving Arsenal. He may join you at this rate because he doesn't really have many other options. That's obviously if you're even gonna take him. João Aribo, you bought him during the summer. I'd say keep him, hold on to him. 26-year-old, pretty solid attacking midfielder. I think he'll do a job for Southampton. Moving along, Sulemana, another player you brought in during the January window that I think should stick around. 21-year-old left winger, high quality. I think he sticks around. I'd sell El Younousi. I don't know. I don't know how you say his name. But Mohamed El Younousi right here. Stick around into the sell period column. Musa Djenepo. He's 24 years old. I would just probably sell him. Maybe you can get a fee. Maybe you can sell him to League One and get a decent fee for him. Miroslav Orsic, you might as well keep him at this point. I think he joined them during the winter, or did he join them the previous one? I can't remember when he joined them. But again, another player I think should stay at Southampton. Edozie, 20-year-old, you bought from Manchester City. Sorry about that. Does everything look okay? Yeah. Go ahead and keep him as well. Another young player, if you can keep him. Theo Walcott, whose contract is ending, let him go ahead and exit. Let him out the door. I don't see him sticking around. Lastly, we've got our 4 strikers, and probably want to keep 2 of them. I'm going to say Shea Adams has earned his place in the Premier League. Sell him. You'll get some money for him. I don't think he'll go anywhere quality. I think he may end up at an Everton. If they stay up, I think he could end up at a Palace. He could end up at I don't know. I think he'll be a solid striker somewhere in the Premier League. I think he deserves to keep his spot there. Paul Anaucha, I think you keep because I think you just recently bought him. Adam Armstrong, you keep as well. I don't know why. I don't really have a good reason. He's a championship level striker. I said this on my other channel last year. I said they bought a championship player. They're going to get a championship player, and they got a championship player. Adam Armstrong just wasn't the signing they needed last season when they signed him. He's not the striker that they may have expected to get. And lastly, Sekou Mara, 20-year-old striker from France, brought in from Bordeaux, and he is going to be a keep without a shadow of the doubt. We're keeping him. And that's going to be it for me. That is the team that I'm going to keep for them. You obviously need to bring in a goalkeeper. You'll need to bring in a fullback or two, a couple mids, and then you should be good going forward. Obviously, that means that there's 13 players out the door. That's probably half your squad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 players staying in the squad. You'll obviously have 1 or 2 come up through the youth team, and then 3 or 4 signings maybe during the summer if you try to bounce back up. Obviously, some of these players could stick around. We could see Lavia stick around. We could see Ward-Prowse stick around for whatever godforsaken reason. Obviously, these 2 left wingers could stick around. Do I think they need these 2 left wingers? Probably not. Stuart Armstrong could end up on this contract exit. He has a contract until 2024. Could easily end up in that category. Parad and Kaleda Carr could easily be another center back option for them. They currently have 3 according to this list. I think Kachap probably sticks around. I think he was signed this past summer. So was Duj Kaleda Carr. But I just don't think he is really the quality they need. I mean, he may be the quality. I haven't watched much Southampton, I'm not going to lie to you guys. But these are based on things that I have seen from players. And, obviously just some mixture of players sticking around with experience. You have Joe Aribo, you have Orsic. I didn't get rid of all the experienced players that maybe are Premier League quality because I don't think that it's going to be a fire sale at Southampton. I don't think they're going to lose 12, 13 players. I think that everybody that says, oh, look at all the players they're going to leave. Even Leicester. We'll get into Leicester if they get relegated, but even them, I don't see them losing more than 5, 6 players. Well, I don't want to say 5 or 6. I see them losing 8 players, realistically, that actually, because they can't go and sell everything. They can't afford to do that. That's a disaster waiting to happen. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like down below. It helps me out a ton. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss another video too. I think we're just a few subs off 50, so I'd love to hit 50 by the end of the month, going into June and into the summer. And anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed again, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.